My name is Meredith Duling, and welcome to the Make Your Own Instrument podcast. This podcast is based on standard number 2 of the National Standards for Music Education, which is performing on instruments alone and with others a varied repertoire of music. Today, we will learn how to make a simple guitar out of household materials. First of all, let's talk about what a guitar actually is. A guitar is an instrument with 6 strings and a long neck. Its body is rounded with a flat back. The guitar is played by plucking or strumming the strings and is usually heard playing chords or melodies. A guitar can be acoustic or electric. An acoustic guitar is not plugged into an amplifier, a device that uses electricity to magnify sound, and is usually quieter than an electric guitar. It is typically made of wood and has a hollow body with a hole under the strings to allow the sound to come out. You might see an acoustic guitar in a church or around a campfire. An electric guitar must be plugged into an amplifier to make sound and is usually louder than an acoustic guitar. It might also be made of wood, but has a solid body with no sound hole. You might see an electric guitar at a concert. Another kind of guitar is called a bass guitar. It can also be acoustic or electric, but only has 4 or 5 strings. Instead of playing chords or melodies like the guitar we talked about before, the bass guitar plays the bass line or low notes of a song. Now that we know what a guitar is, we can make one of our own. First, we need to gather some items from around the house to create our guitar. We'll need 4 things. First, we'll need some strong tape, a ruler, six rubber bands of a fairly large size, and an empty shoebox without the lid. To begin making your guitar, take one of the rubber bands and stretch it lengthwise around your box. Keep adding rubber bands until you have added all 6. Now that you have added the strings to your guitar, it's time to add the neck. Flip your box over and take your ruler. Tape it to the back of your box. You've now made your own guitar. Now that we have made our own guitar, we can learn some things about playing it. Just like any instrument, to play the guitar, you must know how to hold it correctly. It's not very hard to learn how to hold a guitar. All you do is hold the neck in your left hand and put your right hand over the strings with the open part of the guitar facing away from you. There are 2 ways to play your guitar: strumming and plucking. Strumming is when a guitarist runs their hand across the strings fairly quickly, creating one sound of harmony called a chord. Try strumming your guitar by running your fingers across the strings from the top back up. See if you can create a rhythm by strumming. Plucking is when a guitarist plucks individual strings one at a time. Usually a guitarist does this if he or she wants to create a melody. You can try plucking your guitar by choosing one string to pull out and slightly away, and then letting go of it. Now choose a different string. You can create a pattern by choosing different strings in the same order over and over again. You have now learned to play and made your very own guitar. This concludes the Make Your Own Instrument podcast.